Welcome back. Hey, we're going to do a bench update slash stash report, folks. So settle back, crack open a cold one, get some popcorn, because this is going to be more than 3 minutes long. That's what she said. Anyway, first up, I found something over at the hobby store yesterday because I was actually sent there on a mission by Mrs. BG to find a specific jewelry making thing. I don't even remember what it was. I completed the mission. I found what I was supposed to find, but I don't even remember what it was. But well, during my hunt, I found this, and it's a pony bead lacing, or pony lacing bead. I'm not quite sure how we're supposed to read that, but it's lacing for beads, and it says it's a tube. How about that? I'm a tube, which sounds like an insult, dude. What a tube! But it says it's perfect for stringing beads, and that's going to be my new craft. I'm kidding. I'm not going to be doing beads. That stuff's for folks that aren't me. But here it is. It is a tube. It is indeed a tube, and it's vinyl. It's a little stretchy. It's kind of springy. But what caught my eye about this thing is that it's just the right size for radiator hoses. So if you need to do a custom radiator hose application where you got to make a few turns and stuff, and they don't have to be sharp turns or whatever, maybe I was thinking that we could put a piece of styrene rod coming out of the radiator and a piece of styrene rod coming up out of the engine block, and then we could just connect the two rods with this bit of hose. So I'm hoping that that's going to work out pretty well. But for $1.99, I don't mind making that mistake. And it's, of course, if I'm reading this correctly, it's BLAC. So I guess that's the code on that one there. And if it was blue, I suppose it would be BLU. So that was kind of a fun find. A couple days ago, I ordered a special kit online. And why I say special is because it's a showroom replica, which means it has no engine. So it should be a fast and fun build. But my Cactus Car Modelers Club, we have a group build slated for later this year, or excuse me, for 2020. There is no later this year. This year's almost over. But slated for 2020, and it's Indianapolis 500 pace cars. And I don't know what moron went and offered that idea, because they didn't have that kit in their stash. They thought they did, but they got home and checked and they didn't, and they had to go online and actually order a kit for that. So here's a word to the wise. If you're going to suggest a group build, make sure you have the kit first before you suggest a group build. So that was fun. Over at my local hobby shop, they had this particular one on sale, and they have this box done the long way rather than the short way, which is fine. We'll compensate. But I've been wanting this 2-in-1 kit. This is really cool. And this is actually, I take that back, this isn't a 2-in-1 kit. This is 2 kits in one. That's what it is. That's what it is. And as a matter of fact, there is 2 complete car kits in here. There we go. I had that set up for our Australian friends. It was upside down. But yeah, you can do 2 complete car kits in here and swap parts back and forth, and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm not going to be doing the racing phone booth, but I do really like this guy. That's really slick. And I've always liked turtlebacks. That's just great. And I like the drop head coupe version rather than the phone booth style. But yeah, this was like, it came out to be like $15 per car. So that was perfect. That was great. I like justifying stuff like that. What are we at? 3 minutes, 57 seconds. See, I told you it's going to be longer than 3 minutes. And this is just a recent acquisition as of about an hour ago. Yeah. I went down to my localer hobby shop, which is literally just down the road from me, and I popped in to get some paint and ended up buying this dude. Oh yeah, I like this. This is I haven't done a Moebius kit before. I do have the Hudson, one of the Hudsons, in the stash. I've heard a lot of great things about this. I know HPI guy built this, and he didn't have any complaints because he did such a great job with it. But what caught my eye was that little bulldozer in the background there. So I was like, yeah, the universal construction vehicle world just isn't big enough already. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to use this as universal construction. I do really like this this bed on here, the service bed on there, and it does look like a a smashing kit. Not a kit to be smashed, but a smashing kit. So I had to get this one. Also because we have a group build in the in our Cactus Club, where I think it's going to be for the next August in 2020. We have to do an all build where we all have to build this kit. So the guy that suggested that one, I know he had like a couple of kits on order at the time when he actually suggested that. So we're like, well, those haven't even hit the state yet. He goes, mine have. So thanks a lot, man. But here is the cut to grass, the granddaddy of them all, Super Especial. And I got this on eBay for what I consider an amazing price. And it's this guy here. It's the John Deere 310 backhoe. And you got to be really careful how you pronounce that, because apparently you can make people mad by saying that wrong. But it is a beautiful kit. I've been wanting this one for forever. When we were at NNL West in February up in Santa Clara, California, I had seen one of these kits. The guy was wanting $150 for it, and it was open. Everything was loose in the box and stuff. And I was like, I really want that kit, but that's a lot of money. Let's go tour around a little bit and see if we find anything else that's interesting. And if I come back and it's still there, I'll get it. And I came back and it wasn't there. So Mrs. BG was like, well, it wasn't meant to be, because I'm not dropping $150 on one kit. So I was like, okay, great. And then months later, in April, yeah, in April, we were at the Desert Scale Classic Model Car Show, and I happened to be walking through the vendor area, and I saw a guy who had one of these kits. He wanted $80 for it, and I was like, oh crap, okay, that I can justify that. It's such a rare thing. So when I went out to go get my wallet from the car, I came back and it was gone. So I was like, all right, lesson learned. Have the money with me and make sure Mrs. BG isn't around. But I just had a search open on eBay for John Deere 310s. And I didn't know you could do that. You could just type that in and say, let me know whenever this happens. So it gives you a little dingy ding thing whenever you find whenever something pops up that's new. And this one popped up. It was $50 at an auction. I typed in the amount that I was going to pay for it, which was $50. I figured if somebody's going to outbid me, good luck to them. And nobody outbid me, so awesome. I asked the guy if he had any more of these. He said no, so I'm sorry about that. And I've already promised this particular kit in my will, should anything happen to me in the next few years, to Big Steve out there in California, because he's drooling over this already. I sent him a picture of it. I think he offered me a kid, but it's cool. I got enough people around here to help me out with chores. So, still bagged up. It was actually still sealed when I got it. I had to bust it open and take a look inside and check it out. Came with some non-toxic cement. And you know what non-toxic means? It's not going to work. But, yeah, it's already molded in Universal Construction Yellow. Or, as I've been finding it, American Singles Orange. American Singles Cheese Orange. Really good looking tires. Yeah, those look sweet. Yeah, I would, if I was a resin caster, I would do up several sets of these things just to have as monster truck tires for other builds. And then our front tires are pretty rudimentary, but you know, they do the job. They get the job done. So there you go. And our decals, they're pretty extensive here. There you go. Nothing runs like a Deere. But the instructions seem nice. I was very happy to see that there's actually part numbers not only on the instructions but on the actual parts. So I mean, we're one up on AMT right there, right? So yeah, looks good. I can't wait to get into this, but I haven't got time. I've got so much other stuff going on right now. So I got to jump on a couple other things and get those finished up before we get out to Acme. And then, dude, what I always said, once October rolls around, the rest of the year just rolls by so fast, don't even bother counting the days. It's like you go to sleep, you wake up, it's Christmas, and next thing you know, it's February already. So, yep, it could be just my medication still too. But I was very excited to find that, and I couldn't wait to share this with you guys. It came in the mail the other day, but again, I was incommunicado with all the allergy problems that I was having. So there we go. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in again. We'll talk to you again a little bit later on. Have a great weekend. Bye now.